Hi, how are you? Today I am reviewing Acer Aspire 5 review. 2-minute review. Price and availability. The Acer Aspire 5 comes in a range of configurations and price points, starting at $399, around £300, 500 Australian dollars, for the Acer Aspire 5A5-1551-3509, which comes with an Intel Core i3-7100U processor, 15.9-inch 1080p display, integrated graphics and 8GB of DDR4 RAM. Beyond these budget options, there's a huge range of Acer Aspire 5 configurations to choose from, which again vary depending on where you live, with top-of-the-line models like the Acer Aspire 5A5-1751G8433 boasting an Intel Core i7-8550U processor, 17.3-inch 1080p screen, 12GB RAM, a HDD and SSD and dedicated graphics courtesy of an NVIDIA GeForce MX150 GPU, for $999.99, around £700, 1,200 Australian dollars. Design. The design of the Acer Aspire 5 is what you'd probably expect from a mid-range laptop, nothing too flashy, and not as felt as ultrabooks such as the Dell XPS 13 or the Asus ZenBook 3. However, that doesn't mean this is a chunky, ugly laptop. With dimensions of 2.16 by 38.16 by 26.3 centimeters and a weight of 2.20 kilograms, 4.85 pounds, the Acer Aspire 5 is quite a large laptop, but it's not too heavy or unwieldy to carry around. You may find it a bit of a struggle to whip out and work on a busy train, however. The bottom bezel holds another Acer logo, and below that is the nicely designed laptop hinge that has Aspire engraved on it, a nice touch, we think. The hinge allows for a decent degree of adjustment of the screen at a range of angles, although this isn't a laptop on which you can flip the screen 360 degrees backwards, into a tablet-like position. For that you'll want a convertible laptop, such as Acer's own Spin 7 series. Keyboard and touchpad. The bottom half of the laptop, where the large keyboard and touchpad sit, again has a plastic surface, but it has a brushed finish that, while not as premium as aluminum, is still quite pleasant. It didn't take it too long to pick up fingerprints, however. The large size ensures that using multi-finger gestures, such as pinching two fingers together to zoom out, is easy, although some people may find the larger size means they're more likely to accidentally rest their palm on it when typing, sending the cursor flying around the screen. The touchpad also has a rather plastic and cheap feel to it when pushed, which is a shame, as the rest of the Aspire 5 manages to avoid that. Chassis and features. Rigidity is not a strength of the lightweight plastic chassis. The base unit can be twisted by a fair amount, and the same holds true for the lid. The hinges hold the latter firmly in place and prevent any teetering. Opening the laptop one-handed is just barely possible. The palm rests and the bottom plate yield under pressure in a few areas. Input devices. The keyboard keys have a backlight with one brightness level and a fairly indistinct actuation point, as well as a somewhat spongy feedback and a smooth surface. While the spacing between the keys is good, the small arrow keys feel cramped. We commend the manufacturer for including a numpad, since it is still preferable for users who work a lot with numbers. Unfortunately, its keys are narrow. Display. The 15.6-inch LG display panel offers a native Full HD resolution. The 16:9 screen has a non-reflective surface and its viewing angles are wide, which is typical for IPS. We did not experience backlight bleeding and the illumination of the display is 86%. The response times are average and neither particularly fast nor particularly slow. However, the brightness is comparatively low and the HP Pavilion 15 CS 2019 NG does a better job here. Configuration options and performance tests. You can't build a custom configured Aspire 5, but many different variants are available between the $349 low-end model and the top-of-the-line $849 one. At the high end, you get an Intel Core i7U series CPU, 12GB of memory, a 512GB SSD, and NVIDIA GeForce MX graphics. At the low end, you'll find AMD Ryzen 3 or Intel Core i5 processors with integrated graphics, 4GB of memory, and a 128GB SSD or a 1TB spinning hard disk drive, HDD. Meanwhile, the Nitro 5, purpose-built for gaming, trounced the other competitors on our 3D and superposition game simulations. 3D measures relative graphics muscle by rendering sequences of highly detailed 3D graphics that emphasize particles and lighting, while the superposition test renders and pans through a detailed 3D scene, recording a score in frames per second. If you're sticking to browser-based games like Candy Crush or Minecraft, though, the Aspire 5 will perform just fine. A fair compromise. On a more expensive ultra-portable laptop, a chassis with uninspiring build quality, a mediocre touchpad, and weak speakers would be deal-breakers. On the Aspire 5, however, the combination of a pleasing 1080p display, light travel weight, and a palatable price mean that the laptop's main drawbacks are compromises to weigh instead of reasons not to buy. Whether these compromises are right for you depends on your priorities. Performance-wise, it's possible to do better in this price range, but you'll likely have to switch to a machine that will weigh down your backpack significantly more. In the end, the most important considerations are how much you can spend and what you plan to use your laptop for. If you're looking for a big screen machine for basic tasks and have around $500 on the table, the Aspire 5 is a proper contender for your cash. So I highly recommend getting the Acer Aspire 5 review. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my RS product review channel. Thank you.